My name is Brad White, and I own American Precious Metals Group. Today, I want to talk about something very important. 99% of the gold brokers in the United States don't know the true cost of metals, and they don't know what the wholesaler is going to buy back those metals for. And those are probably the two most important things you need to know when you're purchasing physical precious metals. I worked at three very large companies before. And when we have our price list, which we read off for our clients, those prices are elevated. They're not the real prices, like the real wholesale prices or the real prices that the wholesale will actually buy back your metals for. And this is very, very, very important. It's because, how can a broker give you truthful information if he doesn't have the information himself? Okay, so this is something I didn't learn until I actually, opened my own business. And then I realized, I was like, wow, it was eye-opening. Like I couldn't believe how much lower the prices were for American Eagles, Canadian Maple Leafs, and bars than I believed they were. And also, I couldn't believe how much more the wholesaler was actually paying for these metals than I thought that the clients were getting back when they sold their metals, whether they did it with cash or a precious metals IRA. So this was like a really eye-opening thing, and it's really incredible to think that, seriously, 99% of the gold brokers in the United States don't have this information. The only person that has this information is the owner who's buying directly from the wholesale platform for their clients, which is what I do. And what this also means is I can buy metals and sell metals in real time. So, even though it's impossible to predict the market, what I can do is I can capitalize on dips and spikes when I'm purchasing and selling back from my clients. So if I'm making a purchase, if there's a big dip in the day, which is usually in the morning or sometimes in the middle of the night, I could purchase at that time and save my clients a lot of money. If there's a big spike during the day, which is sometimes, actually later in the day, then I could sell back the metals, and then I can save my clients a lot of money or make my clients a lot more money that way. So these are just things you get when you deal with a company or, with me as the owner of American Precious Metals Group. It's just the personal service. I'm a boutique gold broker. Every single client I have is programmed in my personal cell phone, and they could call or text me anytime. So I guess these are the things that really make me different than everybody else. And I love my job.